elaborate on what you consider best practices at the provincial ski team?
Well, best practice is essentially benchmark. It's the best program out there, and the practices that lead to establishing those benchmarks. So as a provincial program, we're constantly looking to the national team to sort of set the standard for us and, you know, the expectation, and we essentially try and tailor our program around those expectations. Just solid management, good leadership, you know, the opportunities the athletes need to be successful, and an environment that is supportive and allows them to take necessary risks to be successful. I think as a provincial program, and I'm just as guilty as this of anyone else, I think we need to prioritize consistency a little bit more. I mean, that expectation has to be there at a younger level, and when athletes come up through the ranks, sometimes they have 1 or 2 results a season, but alpine ski racing rewards the most consistent, the best athletes with crystal globes, gold medals, everything else. I mean, you need to be consistent, and that starts in training. It doesn't just miraculously happen come race day. I mean, I think you have to set a good example for the other programs. I mean, it's not always easy, but you know, people are going to look up to you, and you know, the national team's going to look down to you to be doing the right thing. So you're always sort of playing between those two programs and trying to deliver the best that you can. The best athletes train more, they train better, and they train differently. And I think the difference maker is getting athletes to reach and just get outside of their comfort zone in a safe way. I mean, only healthy athletes are safe athletes, but I see a lot of complacency, both on the part of the coaches and the athletes, and not challenging the status quo, and really keeping athletes in that zone, that sweet spot zone where they're essentially, you know, at the brink of failing but find a way to succeed. Well, I mean, if the staff's happy, team's happy, and everyone works well together, and I like a, you know, cohesive program that everyone understands what the objectives are. So I think just good communication, making sure everyone understands where they need to be and when and why we're doing what we're doing, and really focus on creating autonomy at all levels, I think makes a big difference in how the program operates and the success that you achieve.
And what do you do personally to keep your soft skills or improve your soft skills?
I read a lot. I try and, you know, imitate and copy things that I like from people that I admire and mentors that I have. I'm still relatively young in comparison to a lot of the amazing, experienced coaches we have out there. And I think, you know, many of them are open to the concept of you following around or asking questions. And I mean, I wish 10 years ago I had have made more of an effort to reach out to those guys and actually ask them questions and get feedback, and you know, just stand idly by and sort of pick up what they're doing. It's amazing how much we learn through mentorship. I think it's one of the best ways to learn. Whatever
it's informal or formal. Have you done some formal mentorship yet?
Yeah, I've done formal mentorship, but even just the past 4 weeks when I was home, I mentored a track coach. I mean, unrelated to our sport, but still I was able to pick up some really interesting things working with him in just a slightly different context, but similar objectives.
Yeah. And did you learn something about mentoring someone too? What did you learn in that experience?
Yeah, I think the importance of like not taking anything for granted and actually explaining what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it, because to you it might just seem automatic, but to them it might be, you know, something totally new.
Yeah. Now you're with the development team with the women's ACA. New challenge for you. What have you been learning so far this summer as a coach?
Well, I mean, it's been great working with the World Cup tech team and essentially filling our windshield with all those World Cup athletes, and for me, those coaches. I mean, I have a lot to learn from them, and I think you know, our athletes have really benefited from the exposure of being around those athletes, seeing the professionalism that they bring to the hill every day and off the hill and dry land and everything else. So it's been really positive.
And when you look at their coaching staff, what are you specifically learning in terms of best practice?
Well, thinking outside of the box, not being afraid to innovate and vary up the training environment so that, again, athletes are constantly in that reachfulness, sweet spot of development. I mean, even athletes that are tracking to the Olympics that have been tracking for the last 4 years, I mean, there's still a need to create interesting dynamic environments that challenge them.
Jeff Lackie, thank you very much for your time. I know you're a busy man right now, so thanks once again for your collaboration.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.